Hi, Leo. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor, and this is the weekly reading for the first week in August, July 31st through August 7th. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. Please become a member. These videos are offered to everybody, but members get to watch them commercial free. Membership is $2.99 a month. This month, I'm offering a special on readings. It's 20% off for the month of August. And the information is on my community page, and I am going to try to add it to this video as well, if I can figure it out. I'm sure I can figure it out. Anyway, it's raining today in Mexico City, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Look how dark it is. So I don't have a ring light. I had one, but it stopped working. And sometimes it's like, well, it's not working and I have to do what I have to do anyway, right? Oh, the toaster oven isn't working and I'm just going to use a broiler. So maybe that's part of your message. I think that's part of your message. I know it's a weird one. It's like, well, not everything is exactly the way I want it to be, but I have to go on and do what I got to do. And happy birthday to you, by the way. It's very rare that it rains in the afternoon here. I mean, it rains every day in the rainy season, but generally it starts, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, in the evening. It's usually sunny during the day, and then that sun makes the clouds. But it's kind of been gloomy all day. But I have videos to do, so I'm doing them with or without that ring light. It wasn't exactly the most expensive one I'd ever bought, and it comes to the point where it's like, anyway, I have to find that store. I lived in New York for so long. I knew where to get everything. I knew where to get everything. Sometimes it would be way out of Queens. It's like, I know where it is. I take the train, like an hour and a half. It's like, I'm going to get what I need to get. And here, it's just like, I don't know the lay of the land, because I haven't been living here that long. Anyway, okay. What an interesting beginning. Okay, I start with the King of Swords, who's very exacting. He's very calculating. He Nothing gets in the way of his mental facility, right? He has that energy. And then I have the Queen of Cups, who's the empath, who's the great empath. And I have the Knight. And the Knight, I feel like between the two of them, you're going to get this real, like, uh, intuitive understanding about, like, a really clear vision, like a really clear vision. And it's going to really come out of nowhere in a way, or come from a place that you didn't expect it, or like, oh, sometimes it's like that with sometimes you're sitting and you're wondering, and it's like, what is this about? What is this about? And then it just comes, and it just comes clear as day. And that's the way I feel it's going to be. It's just going to, like, it's almost like I'm going to descend upon you, and it's going to be like, oh, now I get the story. Now I get, the clear vision. Now I see the whole picture. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, oh, now I see the whole picture. It was sort of fuzzy. It was sort of nebulous, and like all of a sudden, it's as if in this video, let's like cross our fingers for that. The sun, like the clouds, and disappear, and then the sunshine comes and bathes me for this reading. But probably not. I think it's going to rain until 10 o'clock tonight. So, but it's like that energy, right? Yeah. Here is the illusion, but I think, hmm, Okay, this is really interesting. So this is the two's choice. But two, this is he always keeps them afloat, so no worries. You see this turbulent water behind? I think that it might take this week to get it. Sometimes it comes, but you know how sometimes it's just a process. Not my favorite thing, but sometimes it's just the process. It's like I'm taking in this information from here, I'm taking in this information from here, da, 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 da. And I like that's the way it feels. Like it's all this sort of whirling energy, and you know, until it calms down, and once it calms down, that's when you get the clear. Oh, now I see. I think that's the way it is. Yeah, because you see, it's chaos, change. Hmm. But you're going to receive the gift. Worry not. Worry not. I think I feel like it's a clarity about the past. It's like something that's whirling around in your head for a long time. It's sort of like, why was Uncle Seymour, which I love that, why was Uncle Seymour always so secretive? And it's going to be floating around, floating around. And then, you know, like something will be revealed or a hit will come and you'll know it in your heart. It's like, aha, that's why Uncle Seymour was so secretive. I think I was influenced by too much television when I was a child, and now I haven't had a television for, oh God, 40 years or something. Hmm, that's interesting. And this information about Seymour, so to speak, I use metaphors a lot, is going to propel you toward a new journey, toward a new, he's an adventurer in this one. This one's like an explorer and adventure. This is a spiritual quest. This card I'm pointing. Like, now that I have this understanding and this intuitive hit about something that was whirling and twirling and swirling around in my head for such a long time, and now that I kind of have the information, it's like, okay, what with this information, I'm going to go find out more. It's kind of intrigued me. It's kind of called me toward a new destination, a new path, a new area of inquiry. Yeah, look at that. A mysterious path. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's almost like I watch a lot of archaeology videos, and I was watching this brilliant woman who works at UNAM, which is the big university here. UNAM is like so important in Mexico. It's almost like a combination of like Harvard and Yale and all that. And they do everything. It's like an enormous. So it's an art school, it's an archaeology school, it's a language school, everything. And she was talking about Teotihuacan, which is was a great metropolis in ancient Mexico. A very unusual place because it was four tribes basically that got together, and there was no king. They ruled together. Very strange, in the ancient world. And they made a perfect grid, and it was perfectly aligned north south. It's like the whole thing was like channeled in, and then they just stopped existing and they ruled all the trade routes. It's just fascinating. And, you know, it's like that kind of mysterious path. It's like, why did they do that? I don't understand. And like it's about digging. It's about digging. And what I think that this digging is about is something to do with something you've wondered about yourself or about somebody you know or about a situation or about maybe the way you act or the way you I feel like there's something in the past that's always sort of bothered you. Um, or, I don't know if it bothered you, but it's kind of like a pebble in your shoe, right? Yeah, and it's like, I'm going to uncover this. I'm going to uncover this because, this without the pebble in my shoe, I'm going to be able to walk further in a more comfortable way, like that. And it's almost like I'm going to discover where the pebble came from, how it got into my shoe, and why it's been bothering me for so long. And very interesting. I feel like it's a deep dive into your psyche. That's what it feels like. It feels like a deep dive into your psyche. Yeah, but you will uncover the truth. You will uncover it. And then you're going to be able to utilize it, right, toward your own stability, toward your own stability. Really fascinating little reading. It's a very detective story kind of thing. It's a very detective story kind of thing, which, knowledge of self is wisdom itself. Knowledge of self is wisdom itself. That's the truth. It's the truth. I really wish I could do something about the lighting. I could turn on the lamp, nothing happens. I turned on the overhead light. I have that open. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. All right. Um, Blessings. See you soon.